This is my mini lecture on Chapter 23, Planning a Research Project. What this chapter has covered is very useful for you when you write your second and third essays. We have been talking about the rhetorical situation in this class, but what about it? Well, when we talk about the rhetorical situation, we first think of the two words, the purpose and audience of the essay. So what is the purpose of the second essay? Well, you are going to explain the similarities and differences between two articles of opposing arguments on the same controversial issue. And the audience could be anybody. Could be any specific group of audience. So the selection of the audience will depends on the level of formality that you will use your explanation. There could be medium to formal or medium to informal. When you examine the requirements in the writing prompt, you do need to pay attention to the directional words in it. For example, in this essay assignment, you do need to notice the word explanation, which means in an essay you need to explain as the written prompt requires, rather than making your own arguments, getting involved in the argument itself. This week you need to begin to choose a topic and also to get an overview of the opposing arguments in the articles that you have selected, to get an overview of the arguments. So you have received the guideline sheet for the second essay. You have been given the several topics included in Chapter 5 in the book, or additional 2 to 3 topics with articles of opposing arguments on those issues. So just make a quick decision by narrowing your topic and drafting research questions. And of course, you probably want to tell yourself what you have already known about the topic, already known the arguments about the topic. And then you want to establish a research log by doing either library research, going through the magazines, journals, books in the paper copies, or doing online research and take notes, or creating a research log on the topic you have chosen. You also might want to create a working bibliography to include the citations of the sources that you have selected. Annotating the bibliography is a good idea, so you can refer to page 673 for details. Now is a good time for you to plan for your second essay as you did for the first essay assignment. Unlike the first proof of essay assignment, you don't need to make a proposal. You just need to choose a topic out of the 5 and draft your research questions to tell you what you have already known about this topic, and also analyze the 2 essays to see the similarities and differences. You do not need to do additional online research unless you want to find the 2 articles of opposing arguments on a different controversial issue other than the topics and articles that I've provided to the class. As soon as you have selected a topic and have drafted your research questions, you do need to go ahead analyzing the two articles and filling out an annotation chart shown on page 200 and 201. That's it for my mini lecture on chapter 23. I know most of you did a very, very good job in writing a proof of essay. So I'm truly looking forward to reading your second essay in a week or two. Thank you.